Whether you are going to a live course, in person, live online, watch videos, read books, you cannot fall into the trap of just studying. Studying is not going to get you, just studying is not going to get you to pass the test because we just study when we're in school, right? Whether you're in school or you're practicing or you're studying for an exam or a certain final exam, you have to study what's in front of you. Yes, small amount of information. This is grandiose. This is lots of information, right? So, for example, as you saw us cover immunology, micro, biochem, these three topics are always embedded in every organ system. Makes sense. Immuno is scary because even though I start off doing immunology, I like it because I've done it so often, but it's scary because they talk about interleukins, cytokines, they talk about different granulomas, and students get concerned. They panic. I used to panic when I didn't know what the term was. So when students study, and again, so you know, your colleagues and students that have taken the test and passed all have said the same thing. You have to study and you have to be familiar with terms. They will give you a question. You'll know it's tuberculosis. Think about what tuberculosis presents with, right? Weight loss, fever, night sweats, chills, bloody sputum, travel history, working in healthcare. I mean, they'll give you everything. And you'll say, huh, that's weight loss. That's TB. And then they'll slam you with the answer. They're not asking you what if it's TB. You know it's TB. But they ask you pathogenesis. They ask you perhaps hypersensitivity. So when you covered immunology, back when we did immuno, I emphasized about hypersensitivity. There's only four: type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. So learn them. And if you realize, if you open up your first aid, you'll realize there's three columns, right? So onset, obviously in a lot of cases when you have, well, that's, I think, yeah, I was talking about more transplants, but hypersensitivity, I think, has two columns. Transplants have three columns because the transplants we have hyperacute, acute, chronic, CVHD. So if you think about it, hypersensitivities, one, two, three, four. You need to know pathogenesis. You need to know examples. So you realize that if you're going to get a question on hypersensitivities or a question on transplants, they're only going to ask you one of those. So, but the problem is we're not familiar with the examples. We know we are familiar maybe with the examples, but we don't remember the little details. We remember the little details, but when it comes to getting the questions later on, we forget them.